Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Higgs coming at you. Look at the lines. NFL Week 1. It's Sunday, the 3rd. A week from now, we'll be settling into Cowboys, Giants, and honestly, let me jump down here to get a couple more. Get the lines here from Vegas. And this time next week, Cowboys Giants will be going, and we'll be talking about Vikings Eagles on Thursday night, or Dolphins Patriots, or Colts Texans. The Look at Line show has arrived. If you haven't, first time watching this, you're just coming across it. Doing this for a couple years, and honestly, you could ask people in the chat. I'm going to say we cashed about 70% picks in the video here. I know people don't like to bet 3 days ahead of time. I'm not asking you to lock in 6-month win totals, Super Bowl futures. It's a week. It's a week. These lines come out. Week 1's been out for over a month. These lines come out the Wednesday before. All right, you have a week and a half of lines posted. And we talk about them right here every Sunday night, normally halftime of the Sunday night game. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs, if you're in the Twitter universe. If you're on Twitter universe and going forward with the show, hey, you want to, I'll send you a link. You want to come in? You think you know what you're talking about? Why don't you come in? Spew your stuff on a game. I don't mind. Podcast form, Pandora, Amazon Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever. I appreciate everybody listening. Tomorrow we'll do a country rundown. Country rundown tomorrow. Let's, without further ado, whoop-de-damn-do is, anybody remember that? The old whoop-de-damn-do? Lions and the Chiefs are Thursday night game. This was a 7 opener. There was a 6.5 out there at FanDuel. Hasn't moved. It's still 6.5 and a 54 when I wrote these. I re-added these again in here this afternoon after midday money. I said, you know what? I'm going to get these done now. Any additions, we'll do them here. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I add them. Can things change? They could. This game here, though, I'm going to lean to the under. Have not bet it. I'm hoping to get it. It ticks up a little bit here. I'm hoping to get a 54.5, maybe 55. The public will come in, bet the over. That's what they do. You're going to have a lot of love because it's Patrick Mahomes. On the flip side, you have a team like the Lions are raised high on. I'm going under. I'll probably bet this for myself. Have not bet it yet. That's why it says a lean here. That's why it says a lean. NFL last year, again, if you're first time watching the show, 130 and 77, 64% on the sites and premium packages there. Not too bad. So, again, this is not up on the site, although I could very well use it. I think I've said that before, that I was leaning this way back in July. Next game up in rotation here, Panthers and the Falcons. Falcons opened at a 3. FanDuel had this at a 1.5. It is now at a 3.5 and a total of 40 last time I checked. No real opinion here. I want to say Falcons, a lot of love on the Falcons. You're in a division. You have, nobody really loves Baker Mayfield. Panthers got their own rookie quarterback. Saints bringing in a new quarterback for themselves. I get the Falcon love. You got a young quarterback. You got a young running back. You got a tight end, wide receiver, coach on a hot seat. I understand the Falcon love, and at a 3.5, I'm right with you. I see 3.5. I want to take the fave. This spot here, though, you really want to jump into this game? And a week out, a month out, nothing's changed. No, thank you. Texans and the Ravens, 9 and a 45 to a 10 and a 44 to a 10 and a 43. So line's coming down a little bit here, total wise, I should say. Total's coming down. I still like the Texans. Got Texans plus 10. The under is interesting here. It's come down 2 points. Come down 2 points. Might hate to be a scraper here and following the money down. But let's be honest. Texans with a rookie quarterback, Lamar back from injury, run first team like the Ravens. There's going to be defense here. Texans new head coach, defensive guy. I don't hate the under. Try to find the best number on the under here. Again, I'm leaning a little bit under in this guy. Cincy and the Browns, 2.5 for the 46.5. Then it was 2 and 47.5, now 2.5 and a 48. I like the Browns here. I'm high on the Browns this year. I think they're gonna be sneaky. Little sneaky freaky brother coming in from the rear, as LL Cool J would say, because I'm that type of guy. What's there to say about Burrow and the Bengals? Give me the Browns at home. I'm a Brown believer. Let's go Cleveland. Do it for Drew Carey. Was that Drew Carey show? Cleveland Rocks? Was that him? Oh, line. That's wrong game. Apologize. I got to move down the line here. Jags 3.5 and a 43 versus Colts. Then it was a 4.5 and a 45. Then it went to a 5 and a 45. Back down to a 4.5 and a 45 in this one. I said earlier I like the Colts. I'm going to fade the Trevor Lawrence brigade. And again, opening number on this, it was a 3.5. There were 4s out there. At the Westgate opened it at a 4. The South Point had this at a 4. So it hasn't really moved considering we have a rookie quarterback and no running back for the Colts here. I know our guy Lock It In with the King is a Colts guy, and I got to tell him that Anthony Richardson, for me, as a starting quarterback, this team could be winless this year. I'm not a believer. It's tough sledding ahead. But the movement on this, or lack of, for the hype, this line will go up by game day. That is, the public will be all over Lawrence and the Jags here. It's just that simple. You want to hold out for more Colts points? I understand. Tampa Bay. It was a 7, 5.5 at FanDuel, 45.5 back in July against the Vikings. 6.5 down to a 6. Keeps coming down. Like I said, I'm liking Tampa Bay more and more. I haven't bet Tampa Bay. This might be my game of the week, honestly. Everybody's writing off Tampa Bay. You want to run and grab the Vikings? Tampa. I might do Tampa money line in this game. Titans 3.5 and a 43 versus Saints. 3 and a 41 now. Believe it or not, I lean a little Titans here. Even when it opened to 3.5, I'm not a Saint believer. And I know there's a lot of hate towards Tannehill here. I love the coach. And you got they got a wide receiver now. You still have a pretty good running back. I could take a shot with the Titans here. It's just a lean. It'll probably I'll probably throw up here on Tuesday in the Midday Money Show. I'll have picks up for the video, or for the Midday Money Show, free picks for NFL. This could very well be a play. Very well could be interested in this game. Next up, we got San Francisco. 3 and a 41 against the Steelers. Now down to 2.5. As you know, I get the Sam Darnold comeback player of the year. Nice little $50 to win a couple dimes there. I hope they start Purdy. Please start the guy, so the Steeler defense could maul him. He's going to get clubbed like a baby seal. Give me the Steelers all day at home here. Steelers all day. Look at this disaster. Cards 5.5 and a 40.5 against the Washington Commanders. Now 7-38. No shock here. The Cards playing it coy. I'm not going to tell you who our starting quarterback is. Like it makes a difference. Now, do I want to run a bet on Sam Howell and a Ron Rivera-led team here? Not running to do that by any stretch of the means, and neither should you. Cards are going to be bad. They're looking for a top draft pick. I get it. I just can't. Washington, no thank you. And that's coming. You see the Redskin hat. You see the Redskin helmet. My old man's Redskin helmet. I mentioned this way before. Packers 3. It was a one at FanDuel. It's 44.5. Now it is gone from a 2 to 44 when I did this last week. Now it's a 1 and a 43.5. I know the Bears Barroom Network is not happy when I come in and say Green Bay Packers. Sorry. I feel that Jordan Love sat behind Rodgers. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He's not be nowhere near. Hey, half as good. You'll be happy. The fact that he's been in this system a couple of years, the fact that he's not Aaron Rodgers, and when the guy drops the ball, he's not going to blow up on him and yell at him. Good riddance to Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. Green Bay to win the North. How about that? You're running to bet the Bears? No, thank you. Green Bay money line. All right, that was actually a 4:00 game. I should have went to the comments before the 4:00 game. Let me get to the comments real fast because, as you know, look headlines. It's not really a crazy comment show. This isn't the midday money where we run through everything, but I do like to hit the 1:00s, then say hello to the chat because you're in here paying attention, and then we move on. Speaking of the Indianapolis Colts, locking with the King is in the house. This last two. Listen, King D, I get it. Listen, you got a little one. It's football season. You're doing your own work. It's all right, fella. Good to see you. Free Minds in the house. Steelers, you got it. Lane, I skipped Free Minds, so I got to get Lane right now. What do you say there, Lane? It's always nice to catch up on look headlines. You know it. NFL Week 1, I have Cleveland. Yes. Pitt. Yes. Philly. Sure. I almost said Clippers, but they are the LA Chargers. Green Bay. I like them all, Lane. I like them all. Moneyline Markel's in the house. Mr. Dog. Eric Dog Gardner. We should change his name to the Dog Man. Gio is in the house. Locked in Mahomes over 2.5 TDs. Square trend for you. Listen, home opener Thursday night, 3 TDs. Sure, I would definitely agree with that one, Gio. Good night, Munchies in the house. Probably came through. Jays, Phillies, Rays. I did. Where was that, Munchies? I know. I think I wrote that down somewhere. I thought I wrote that down. Nice one. Jays got it done with Gausman. Phillies and the Rays. Take that winner. Stop Gio. Staying off that Clemson game tomorrow. Trickier spot the most. Yeah, I mean, it's gone from 9 to 13. I mean, would I lean? I'm always going to lean a dog there, but no thanks. I'm hoping LSU pulls it out here tonight. I like LSU. Got LSU on the site. I got LSU on the YouTube Premium. So hopefully they win and we get a little winner in our pocket here on a Sunday. Not a good start to the second half, though. Michael A's in the house. Good evening to you. Nailed that Oregon State team total over. Still waiting to put this FSU over 56.5. What do we got here? 24, 30. What was that? 41. It's end of the third quarter already, huh? Wow. All right. Little danger zone here with that. I mean, LSU, we need a touchdown here, LSU. Right? Tie this puppy up at 48, and then your total should be. I don't want to say it's safe, but I still like the over, Mike. I think we cash it. College football for me out of the gate is 8-13. 8-13. Not good. I mean, what am I going to do? I got losers right now, King D. Good night, Munchie. Says good luck to Michael on his total. Eric says Titans money line. Sure. Packers, yes. The Dorkfins, no. No. Miami, no thank you. Money line Markel's looking at Clemson first half. Probably the only way to bet that one. Very busy man. I understand. It's busy season. Michael A. grabbed the Eagles over the Pats. Yes. Steps, yeah, thank you for the show, Higgs. This week is all NFL for me as I refrain myself from the MLB. No, you know what? I didn't look at MLB for myself yet tomorrow. So I know we got day games. I'll do that in the morning. Michael A says, thank you, Munchie. Eric says, else you cannot catch a cold. Sheesh. Let's see how the second half goes here for them. All right. We led off with the Packers and the Bears in 4 o'clock action. Let's move on next to the Las Vegas Raiders +3 and a 45 total in the Broncos, now 4 and a 44. I said Denver way back when. I like the new coach, the hire. Russ cannot be any. I don't care how bad he was, even if he's half as bad, it's an improvement. The coach is an improvement. Vegas, I do not like a bit. I think they're a 3-win team. Maybe. Denver gets it done at home. Miami, we just talked about. Somebody said, hey, how about Miami money line? Oh, look at this. It's Tyreek Hill. No. 2 and 49, now 3 and a 51. I've said multiple times here, I've said it in midday money. Dude, Tua is, and yeah, if I'm betting a team to win the AFC East, I like Miami. I like the coach, I like the defense, I like Tua, I like the offense. I like the team, sure. The guy is a hit away from his career ending. I mean, I'm still shocked he came in after last year getting his bell rung twice. No way. There's not a chance I'm betting on Miami. I'll be betting against Miami just because I think this guy's going to get hurt. As bad as that sounds. As bad as that sounds. Now, do the over. Maybe an over there, but give me the Chargers. My lean there. Eagles, 3.5 and a 46.5. Went to a 4.5 to a 45, now to a 3.5. It's odd to me that to 4.5, you could get a 5. I was sure this line was going to 5.5, 6. I can't bet the Patriots. I got the Eagles here. And again, you can't see my cowboy. You can't see the cowboy hat here. It's nighttime. You can see the cowboy hat there. That's a signed Randy White mini helmet, by the way. I like Randy White, the Manster. And I got the Oklahoma one there for the Boz. But really, I think the Eagles are the most talented team in the NFC. I love the defense. I know it's got new coordinators, all that stuff. Talent prevails. The head coach is the team loves him. I don't see a slip up here. Yeah, it's Belichick. Okay, it's still Mac Jones. I'll grab the low hanging fruit in the square play. Rams opened 4.5 and a 47.5. Didn't move, and now today 5 and a 46. I think the Rams are going to be a terrible team. If it wasn't for Arizona, these guys would be pulling up the basement. Oh, it's Stafford and Kupp. I mean, Kupp's been hurt, and Stafford is at the tail end of his career. And yeah, Darnold's so great, he was talking about retiring 2 years ago. Zero depth, zero money. This team is bad. I know Seattle's got their own problems. They don't have a good offensive line. The defense is blasé. I don't care. They got wide receivers, and they make Geno look great. And he gets it out to him. Give me Seattle here. Let's hit a couple comments before I get to the last couple games. Free Mind says interception LSU. FSU picked off. Well, here we go. Agree on the Dolphins. Moneyline Markel says Eagles are going to slaughter them. We'll see. Sunday night. Dallas 2 and a 45. Now a 3.5 and a 46.5 here. And as I said before, I'm going to lean Giants. I'm a Dallas guy. I just, I don't know. This screams to me here. Everybody's going to bet Dallas. I like to coach the Giants. I mean, Daniel Jones looked great last year with this coach. And we saw Josh Allen take a step back. And we'll talk about him in a second without his coach. I want to lean Giants here. Maybe an over as well. maybe. And Dallas, I like the Dallas defense. Really good defense. Um, I lean Giants. Didn't bet it. And honestly, I don't know if I'm going to bet this game on Sunday night. I tell you what we're doing here. Monday night we got the Bills. One. It was a 2 at FanDuel and a 48.5. Now it's 2 and 47. This afternoon it was 2.5 and a 46.5. So a little bit of movement here. A little bit of movement. I'm a little torn on this one because I'm not a Josh Allen guy. I don't like Rodgers. I liked Zach Wilson, and I thought this team would go forward with him, and it would be a defensive kind of, not a ground and pound kind of team, but it won games being ugly. And now you bring in this guy and a bunch of, I don't, Lazard and was Alan Lazard and Cobb. What are we doing here? You had good young players. I know 9-11. It's the Jets. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to think about it. Are the Jets for real? Are they for real? I don't know if they're for real. I'd be buying them without Aaron Rodgers. I like them better without Aaron Rodgers. There you go. That's my 21 cents. My 21 minutes of sense. Michael A. Cup Sammy may linger into the first few weeks. Yeah, I'm not a Cup guy. I'm not a Ram guy. King D, what's your biggest takeaway this week in college football? Colorado for me, I would say huge win and upset. I don't know what they take from that because you got 2 picks basically in the end zone. That kind of changes the outcome of the peripheral of the game here. I mean, they were a 20-point dog for a reason. Their win total went from 5 to 3. They were a 7-point dog. I got Colorado plus 7.5, and they're now they opened as a 5-point fave this week. I mean, I don't know what the real level is there. I mean, it's Colorado. I mean, and Dion. I like Dion. I'm a Cowboy guy. I like Dion. I mean, I want to see if it's a game. We've already anointed this guy like the best coach. All right, we'll see. We'll see. What happens? What happens if they lose this week to Nebraska, who put up 10 points last week? Stops you. I heard Pat's O-line was going to be healthy by the opener. That was closing line. I don't care if it's healthy. Dude, the Eagles are going to throw 9 guys at you with the sack brigade. Good night, Munchie says he likes the Bills. Randy Paul says, what about Bama, Texas? I want to take Texas there, Randy. I want to take Texas, although this is a NFL show. Lane says, I want to drag the show on, so let's keep this Jets take simple. As a Jets fan, I'll say, if you believe in them, you got to back them a spot. If not, you got to stay out the game. Yeah, it's, come on, opener against the Bills. Tough spot. I don't know what to think of it yet. Good night, Munchie says, I like Nebraska next week. I agree. FSU inside the red zone. Here we go. Well, what are we going to do? That happens when we throw interceptions. We can't throw interceptions. And if you're going to throw interceptions, you better not let them delete the touchdowns. The good thing with the interception is if you're a overbacker, this should be 31-17. And what's going to happen? LSU's going to come down and score next. It'll be 31-24. The over will be in hand because I think you'll get another score from somebody else here. So I don't know. I'm just hoping LSU kind of pulls this puppy out here. I wasn't expecting bad turnovers here. Gio says, ain't 2 or 3 college times you'll like how they look this weekend to keep on the radar? No, I haven't really done a deep dive because, we had games, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll get more into that on like a Tuesday, Gio. The kind of things I'll look a little more into like the box scores and, add in the week 0 into that as well and give a little takeaway from that. You can't, it's like NFL. You can't look at a game and be like, look at this. This team looks awesome. This team looks bad. It's one game, I mean, the TCU game's perfect. You threw a pick in the end zone, a pick at the 2-yard line, and you missed the field goal. Those things all convert the other way, and the game is 38-24 TCU. Is Colorado scoring and answering those calls? It changes the aspect when you see turnovers in end zones. You know, like Notre Dame. I mean, it was 42-3. It could have been 63-0. I mean, they looked really good. You have to. I don't jump to conclusions after 1 week. You can't do that. We've already had that. Everybody loves Colorado, Nebraska by 10 this week. I mean, don't you need a little more? I need a little more than a week to see if I'm going to switch teams off my radar. Teams I like. I like Rice. I mean, they didn't look good against Texas, but I'll tell you what, I got them +10 next week. All right, that's the Look Ahead Line Show. It'll be available in podcast form in about 20 minutes. It's always there for you. I'm out of here. Midday money tomorrow. We need our miracle for LSU. Otherwise, see you on Money Monday. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button on the way out. Doesn't cost you anything. Just